Kawhi look like?
2,731,571 people in the city of Toronto.
How many of them showed
I am
up?
happy for 2,731,570 of them.
Oh, hold on. No Drake.
Everyone but Drake. Everyone but Drake in the city of Toronto. I'm happy for you.
EBD?
You have supported basketball north of the border. You've made...
Cry me a river.
Well, that's not a Drake song. That's a different song. That's Justin Timberlake. He can actually sing, unlike Drake. When
yeah, but that's what
Drake
he got on
can
his
stick to rapping and whatever. Kawhi, you're right. Kawhi me a river. This is Drake. Zip it. But I'm happy for all the people in Canada. Our friends in Canada, the viewers in Canada.
You ain't got no friends in Canada.
I got friends in Canada. Butch Carter. Take that.
Have you heard from him lately?
Yeah, he was texting me, and you and him seem to be in a little bit of a brother tiff on this group text we have.
No, I got friends in high places, man.
What's that got to do with anything?
Sometimes my basketball IQ rivals his, and he's a little...
Oh, you're saying a little brother jealousy.
Yeah, he thinks he's got a TV show, but he don't.
Well, I mean...
So he tries to give me tips.
He also tries to book guests for our show, which, by the way, Butch, if you're watching, that guest you tried to book for this TV show, I will take on my radio show later this week. We'll talk about that. Butch Carter, former coach of the Toronto Raptors, by the way. Happy for the people of Toronto, except for Drake. Except for the kid from Degrassi.
All the kids. Time for stories to start your morning, sponsored by Gillette Clear Gel. A little football talk to kick us off. Todd Gurley saw his production dip late last season due to a recurring knee injury. And the Rams reportedly have genuine concerns about Gurley's nagging knee. See? How worried should the Rams be?
You should be worried about Todd Gurley. If Todd Gurley was a Jerome Bettis, if he was more of a power back, going to get you about 3.8, 4.2 yards a carry, you've been like, okay, the wear and tear, he'll be okay. But, man, he's explosive. His speed is what makes the difference. Getting through the hole, he can score from anywhere on the field. He has rare speed and power combination. That's what makes him one of the elite runners.
If Gurley is not Gurley, if he's compromised, if he's not the running back we have become accustomed to, then the Rams will call it a Super Bowl hangover. But their season will look like a team that is suffering a Super Bowl hangover when they're really suffering from the lack of the most important player on their offense, Todd Gurley. They should be concerned. He is vital to everything they do, and all that pre-snap stuff is to set him up.
Yeah, Jenna, it's important to be Gurley.
Oh, okay. Well done.
Okay. And moving on to some moves now.
Didn't like that. Go ahead.
Giannis dropped 21 points, 11 rebounds Saturday, but it wasn't enough. The Bucks lost to the Raptors 100-94, saw their playoff run come to an end. Nick Wright, how much of this loss do you put on Giannis?
Listen, he's the best player. He's going to win league MVP, and they were up 2-0 and they lost 4 straight. Now, that shouldn't overshadow the fact, in a series we feel like Kawhi dominated him, he averaged 23, 14, and 6 on, believe it or not, a higher field goal percentage than Kawhi. So our expectations for Giannis have been up here, which is why it feels like he struggled that way. But he was also up against the best perimeter defender we've had in this league in 20 years. So it's going to happen.
The one thing I'm disappointed with Giannis, I thought he would have defended Kawhi. I thought when Kawhi was getting hot and on some of those runs, I thought they would have put Giannis on him. He's a great defender, maybe the best defender in the league, and he wasn't able to do the same thing that Kawhi was able to do to him. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do, because he's literally going to go to the laboratory and work on some things. Excited to see how good he is in 19.
All right, moving on to LeBron James. If you're wondering how his recruiting tactics are going, just follow his social media. The King recently liked a Photoshop picture of Kyrie Irving in a Lakers jersey on Instagram. Nick, anything to this, or LeBron just bored this offseason?
Well, he might be a little bored this offseason, but what's to it is LeBron would be absolutely thrilled if Kyrie decided to play with the Lakers. He wants Kyrie to play with the Lakers. Our friend Jordan Schultz reported that Kyrie and LeBron were out at Hyde, which is a nice nightclub back in Los Angeles last week. So, yeah, I don't think it's just social media flirting. I think it might be in-person flirting. Now, we'll see what Kyrie's dad has to say about all this, who's a big part of Kyrie's life. But, yeah, there's something to this.
He better get Kyrie. I mean, he's not going to get KD. He's not going to get Kawhi. Who's up next? Who's the next best player? He is the next player. LeBron better be involved in recruiting if they want to be able to land someone, because I'm concerned about free agency, that when the music stops, the Lakers, no one has a chair for another superstar next to LeBron.
All right, speaking of LeBron, Father Time is not on the Kings' side. The 34-year-old is entering his 17th season and coming off a year where he played a career-low 55 games. But LeBron's new head coach, Frank Vogel, isn't concerned, saying, I believe he's going to be poised for a bounce-back year. Also, what else would he say? Nick, How big of a season are you expecting from LeBron in year 17?
LeBron last year averaged 27, 8, and 9, and so do I think he'll be able to do that in year 17? Well, it was unprecedented for a guy to do it in year 16, but with a full off season coming in fully healthy, he was used to playing 100-game seasons. Now he played a 55-game season. I do think he'll be able to get to that level. But the thing that I thought was more noteworthy that Frank Vogel said was we're going to have to surround LeBron with shooters. He instantly recognized that was the biggest mistake the Lakers made. And whether they get Kyrie or not, whether they get the star free agent or not, or trade for Anthony Davis, guys like Terrence Ross, Bojan Bogdanovic, Danny Green, guys that are unrestricted free agents this offseason, who you need to see if you can get in that second wave of free agency to have people on the wings instead of guys similar to Lance Stevenson. I think LeBron's gonna produce no matter what. What will determine how successful the Lakers are if they get the star and if they then fill out the rest of the roster with guys that can shoot the ball, which has always been the key to LeBron James-led teams having great offenses.
Yeah, I'm just glad that they made a 180-degree turn from Magic Johnson, saying we need to get some playmakers. We need to get guys who can make plays with the ball in their hands. No, they don't. You need shooters on the court. LeBron, it's not a bounce-back season. Do we say, is he going to get injured? We don't think he's going to get injured, but his numbers don't need to build a bounce back. How do the Lakers bounce back? Put together another superstar with LeBron, continue developing these young players. Because, yes, I do believe LeBron, if healthy and the younger players stayed healthy, they could make the playoffs, but they're not going to make a run in the playoffs. LeBron's legacy is about winning, trying to get in the championship, trying to get into the Western Conference Finals. So that's a bounce-back season for me. How do they get to the Western Conference Finals? They need to be able to add a couple shooters and at least one star.
All right, trying to get back to the NBA Finals.